Ladies and gentlemen, was that a little official thing from there? Manchester United, literally, as I go live. How are we doing? Sam here, United People's TV. Man United have quite literally just this second announced the signing of Bayindr. Welcome to what is definitely going to be the craziest transfer deadline day that I think United will ever have. I bloody hope that United will ever have, because it's stupid. Us chasing Amrabat, Reguilon, Bayindr, and sales galore left, right, and center. But Bayindr has quite literally just been announced. I don't know what he said. Man, I knew today was going to be crazy. I knew I needed to go early a little bit, go live a little bit early. But you might have guessed that it's going to be a busy day today. I've redone the board. We've got Bayindr down here as an official sign. We've got Mengi down there that got confirmed yesterday. I've rated kind of what I think could happen today. I know I'm on time. I had to go on time. I just didn't realize that Man United were going to announce a signing quite literally at the start of the show. There you go. Right, there we go. We've got the first pictures of Bayindr. Let me quickly speak to my team to make sure they're on it as well. 1 second there. Bayindr announced. Let me tag everyone. Get cracking. I'm live. Wait, I know today's going to be mad, ladies and gents. That's probably the strangest intro I've ever had. Let me get this over here and prepared. I've got what must look like about 400 bloody windows open here. This is I think we're onto a tab. I think we're onto a tab record here. Who's down there in the comments? Let me quickly look at this before we get into the show. Today's going to be wild. It has been a wild window. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. This is the last live. Make sure you get involved. Michael Parsons, good morning to you. Anthony, we've got Matt Bird. Sue Beckett, how you doing? We've got Alan Shinger on Facebook. How you doing, buddy? David Harrington on YouTube. Andy Collins, a couple of non-members. James Matthews, you remember. Ferocious, you're there. Block, Lynn Val, Asan, Josh, I'm sure you're there. And I'm sure you're there. Not the last live ever, but it's the last live of the transfer deadline day thing, the whole bloody window. All right, there's going to be so much to run through here. I'm sure you can see how many windows are open. I'm going to try and do it in sort of chronological order. I'm going to run through all the sales. We're going to speak about Bayindr. We're going to speak about Reguilon, and of course that man there. He is the story of today. Will Manchester United sign Sofyan Amrabat? I went live last night because the story sort of exploded. So if you want to sort of really get up to date, because nothing else has happened since last night. So if you want like a nice up-to-date video on Amrabat, the one from last night will still apply. 10 minutes, I'll run through all of it. Actually, it's not 10 minutes, 20-odd minutes. But I cover it all in the first 9 minutes. Right, everyone, team is working. Team is on it. Hour earlier than normal. Let's go, ladies and gents. Now, first things first, can we just quickly speak about this? Because in all this madness, Champions League group stage draw was yesterday. We did the live stream. I tell you what, that was probably one of my favorite live streams I think we've done. Apart from the fact that I didn't have any beer and I had to use 0% beer. Anyway, apart from that, I think that's a decent group. That is a decent group. The fact that we've got Bayern Munich, yeah, it's tough, but I think I agreed. I can't remember who it was that left the comment, but I agreed with the comment that I wanted United to get I'm not sure I wanted Bayern Munich. I think that was quite literally the hardest one. But I wanted United to get a semi-decent draw, a semi-decent team, sorry. Copenhagen and Galatasaray. Galatasaray was going to be a difficult away day, but United have to back themselves to be qualifying from that group. Rasmus Højlund, by the way, didn't realise, I think both of his brothers, is it twin brothers? They play for Copenhagen. And I didn't actually realise that he played for Copenhagen before. I knew he was from Denmark. I didn't realise he played for Copenhagen, but it really is a coming home story there. Let me see what else. I'm sure there's going to be story and stuff that gets published as we're speaking about it. And we're live and direct. There you go. You got Eric with Bayindr. There, we get that up here together. Henderson obviously is gone. That was confirmed yesterday from Crystal Palace. And Bayindr now is confirmed as in. United have got that done. It's good to get that stuff done early, I suppose, because there's so much more that needs to up. Damn it, I didn't mean to pull that up. Anyway, there's a picture of Ten Hag and Bayindr. Stuff's going to go wrong this morning. I tell you, I can feel it now. Stuff's going to go wrong. Truth be told, and it's the one thing I will say at the start of this video, is take that sentence out and apply it to pretty much every transfer window that we've had for a long time. Last summer, Man United panicked hard and spent big on the credit card at the end of the window after we lost 2 games against Brighton and Brentford. Have we lost those 2? I can't say with any real confidence that we would have got those players in. This summer, look, we've spent 160 mil, and then on the surface, you might look at that and go, oh, that's a fair amount of money. However, you then look across at City and the fact that they won the treble and they've just spent 230 million. And the difference there is the fact that they've raised 170 million. Therefore, it's a sustainable amount of investment. With Manchester United, we reached our peak because we are crap with a capital C at getting money back for our players, at selling players, at being able to reinvest because we don't sell properly. That's the difference between what City and United have done. Well, there's a lot of differences, to be honest, but that's the major difference. City might have spent 230, but they've raised about 170. We've spent about 160 and we've raised about 50. That's the big difference. So we haven't raised enough money and it's caused this situation. But let me run through all of it, okay? We're going to run through the done deals at the start of this. In fact, I'll go down to your comments first, see what you're saying. Then we're going to run through all the done deals and then we'll speak about Amrabat, all that jazz. Justin, do you think there's going to be any news on a takeover once the transfer window ends? Dude, how long is a piece of string? That's what I look at with the takeover situation now. I've no idea what to expect. It's not that I'm placid on the situation, but I don't know what else you want me to say, really, until there is genuine movement and a genuine decision. I'm not sure what else can possibly be said about the takeover. Yeah, Robin, I actually spoke about this morning, someone on WhatsApp. I was like, how has that just been brushed under the carpet? 115 charges over like a 9-year period. Not even a mention. Oh, look how good Gvardiol is. We'll just brush all that under the carpet. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How you doing, Ragnar? Trolls can't get me. Well, they can, actually. You're not getting me. Anyway, let's speak about the deals that have been done. Right, first up. Goalkeeper movement in, goalkeeper movement out. Go on, itch your nose. You know when you trim your nose hairs? I wanted to look sexy this morning. Didn't really work. Henderson has departed Manchester United. We had the confirmation yesterday from Crystal Palace, confirmation here from Manchester United. We know what the deal was, right? 50 million euros. Euros? I've got an itchy nose. It's distracting me. Damn, I've got no tissues here. Can't blow my nose. Anyway. Dean Henderson, £15 million plus 5 mil in add-ons. Way underpriced, but Dean Henderson has left. First picture of him in his Crystal Palace shirt. And he sent this message as well. Look, but Dean Henderson's been a United player since he was 14 when he joined the academy. The way it sort of went down, I understand that Dean Henderson had rights to be frustrated because he was breaking through. He was going to be the first team goalkeeper, and then he got COVID. And then De Gea came back in and had a fantastic, well, I mean, not a fantastic season, but he was back to his shot-stopping best. And he was angry. And then United had him on a 100 grand contract, and then just the rest of it was just a bit messy. I wish him the absolute best at Crystal Palace, but him leaving the club was the right move for our football club this summer. And now that he's left, you've already seen the photo, but here we go on the flip side. One out, one in. Bayindr has joined. Man United have got their second choice goalkeeper. Let's see what he's actually said about it, because I haven't read this yet. This literally got announced as I started the stream. Rob saying, Sam, if you start a stream and they announce a new player, can you stop streaming a few more times? Yeah, I'll do that, right? And then we'll sign everyone. You're welcome. This is what he says. It's a huge honor to join Manchester United, become the first Turkish player. Fair. First Turkish player to represent this incredible club. I have a passion for success. I will give everything to help this special group of players to achieve our ambitions. I cannot wait to start working with such an experienced goalkeeping unit. We'll support each other and drive high standards every day so that each of us is ready to perform when called upon. I don't know why can't they ever just have like a comment from Eric Taylor? I don't give a crap what John Murtow has got to say about any signing. No offense, John Murtow. Actually, that's quite fair. No, it's just, I don't care. But Bayindr is in and Henderson is out. That's good news. That's a good move for our club. Bayindr He's definitely rough. He's definitely unpolished. But clearly there's a set of characteristics and profiles and sort of natural attributes to Bayindr's game that Ten Hag looked at with his coaching staff and went, you know what? I think we can coach him into being a better goalkeeper. And playing with Onana will make him a better goalkeeper. So fingers crossed he can be that second choice that we need. You know, Edison have got Ortega. Is Ortega left there? Anyway, Edison had Ortega last year. City had Edison and Ortega last year. Hopefully Bayindr can be that sort of guy. And maybe we might need Bayindr depending on what goes on and whether Onana does rejoin the Cameroon team and goes to the African Cup of Nations if they beat Burundi. But look at this, right? I thought about this. I was like, what an absolute mad summer of movement for goalkeepers. I'm not even sure if I've forgotten any goalkeepers down there. I don't think I have. But Jack Butland, his loan expired and he was released. De Gea, we didn't know what was going to go on there with him, but he was released on a free. Then we signed Onana. Then Matic Kovar was sold to Bayer Leverkusen. Now Henderson's been sold, and now Bayindr's come in. That's 6 goalkeepers in or out of our club in one summer. It goes to show you how little faith, I suppose, Eric Ten Hag had in in that system. Nathan Bishop, there's another one. I knew I forgot one, Ben. I just couldn't remember his name. Is that Nathan Bishop, I think, went to Sunderland. That's like 7 goalkeepers going in or out of our club. The ferocious saying may as well have kept Kovar. Kovar is at the position of his career where he wouldn't want that. He's just won I know you're probably right. He wouldn't have wanted it. He would have pushed for an exit. He would have had an unhappy a guy who's just won the league in Czech Republic with Sparta Prague and then just sat there the whole year just watching Onana play football. Come on, man. Come on. It's not going to happen. It wouldn't have been the right environment for the dressing room. And clearly Bayindr is delighted and happy enough to be our second choice. You got to have to. It's not just about the quality of the player. It's the age, it's the personality, and whether they're going to be happy to be first choice, second choice. It's a delicate balance. And fingers crossed we got it right with Bayindr. All right. But he's in. He's joined. That was announced at the start of the video. Let me see if anything else has been announced whilst I'm live. I didn't realise there'd been no Turkish players. Fair play to him. Maybe I'll go Istanbul for the Galatasaray game. Or I don't know whether I will. We'll see. Next up, we've got the next exit. Henderson Mengi confirmed yesterday to Luton on a permanent, undisclosed transfer. Now, I'm just sitting here hoping and saying, look, please, for the life of it, can you not sell him for like $500,000? I've no idea. I've no idea how much he's gone for. It's undisclosed, but it's to Luton. It's to a Premier League club. But I think Luton are the smallest spenders. I mean, Luton have got no chance. Enjoy your year in the league, dudes. But wait, you ain't got no chance. But Henderson Mengi's gone there, and this is what he said. He said, look, I had to be real myself, he said. I asked what was going to be best for me. Stay and fight or go somewhere else and look for an opportunity. In the end, I was honest with myself and took that option. And I wish nothing but the best to Henderson Mengi. As I said, he's had a pretty savage couple of years when it comes to injuries. That sort of stopped any opportunity that he had to break through into Manchester United's first team. Kind of a little bit like Axel Tuanzebe. Fingers crossed he goes out to Luton and absolutely smashes it until he plays United, and then I hope he's terrible, and I hope he scores an own goal. Right, but Mengi is confirmed. Who have we got next up in here? We speak about Donny van der Beek. Now, on the board, go to the board, all aboard. I've got him down as an 8 out of 10, right? 8 out of 10. That's my confidence level that a Van der Beek loan deal will be found. What's your confidence level? Type your numbers in the comments between 1 and 10. But I think is it Galatasaray he's getting linked with? He was linked with Inter Milan yesterday, sort of tentatively, but Inter Milan have gone and signed Davy Klaassen now. So there's no chance he's going to be going into Milan. We may as well close that one. I don't know. People are all saying, guys and girls, in the comments, can you stop shouting Reguilon confirmed at me? Because it's not. It's been spoken about by Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein, and it's coming up later in the show. Let me see if it's just, and maybe it has just been confirmed. Is there two? Let me see if it's just happened right this second. No, it's not. Can you stop shouting it? Reguilon's confirmed to me because you're being really distracting. Well, Samuel Luckhurst is saying that Man United's completed the loan deal, but no one else has. All right? So stop saying it. Let me see what you're saying down here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to not concentrate on the comments too much, and it'll be less interactive. Pete, you're saying 7. On field, you're saying 1. Ooh, Brian Irvin, you're saying 2. Oh, to be fair, not many of you are as confident as I am then. Ferocious, you're going for a 2. Mohammed, you're going for a 4. I don't know. I think it will go. I think it will happen. He's had so many clubs interested in him. I don't see a reason why Donny van der Beek stays. But let's find out. This one I've got less confidence on. The Eric Bailly situation is, I'm presuming here it's to do with, it's a combination of his injury record and the wages that he's on at Manchester United, because nobody seems to want Eric Bailly. He's been available for free for a while now. And I feel sorry for him, man. I really do. But it seems like nobody wants Bailly. It's just kind of like the forgotten man this summer. I think he was on loan. Was it Marseille he was on loan at last year? It was when he booted someone in the head. I think Marseille were getting linked with him again. But all quiet on the Western Front on Eric Bailly. I've got it down there as a 5 out of 10. That might even be generous, I'll be honest. You're all saying there, talking about disciplinary issues, injuries, wages. Yeah, I'm sure it's a combination of all these little things. But yeah, Eric Bailly, nothing's happening on him. So maybe he's going to end up staying. But let's move on to some real deals. Some meal deals. What's your favorite meal deal? What do I like? I like chicken stuffing. I like a bit of Tropicana with bits. By the way, you've got to have orange juice with bits. Anybody who says disagrees is just lying to themselves. And flame grilled steak McCoys. That's top tier meal deal. Anyway, let's go back to talking about signings and not talk about meal deals. I'm hungry now. Because yesterday, now we speak about Reguilon. Yesterday, we got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano on Sergio Reguilon. The way that this has gone down is Chelsea played Cucurella in that League Cup game against Wimbledon. And that pretty much put an end to the transfer, simply put, because United were only pushing for a short-term deal with Chelsea for Cucurella, a.k.a. we wanted him on a loan until January. Now that he played for Chelsea, if he came to United, he couldn't play for another club. I don't know whether it's in UEFA or whether it's in the Premier League in England, but you can only play for 2 clubs in one season. Therefore, they stopped it. Therefore, Man United looked towards Reguilon. And you know what a big thing is here, right? Let me see if I've got some more. I'll read some more details and facts on this, right? David Ornstein last night saying that he had completed his medical ahead of that move. And this morning, David Ornstein confirming that he has signed his Manchester United contract. So everything is done and dusted with Sergio Reguilon. Now, I want you to let me know what you think about this in the comments, because I've seen people getting really, genuinely quite upset. No, maybe not upset, but angry. Standards are on the floor. Can't believe we're signing Reguilon. What do you think about it? If I'm looking at a positive, I think we were looking at around about 7 million to get Cucurella on loan. We got Reguilon for free, which might be, I don't know, might be indicative of the quality. But neither Cucurella or Reguilon would have massively moved the needle. Massively. I think Erik Ten Hag absolutely made the right choice in going after one. I spoke about this yesterday. Ten Hag wants 2 players in every position. His 2 right backs are Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. Therefore, he only had 1 left back fit right now in Alvaro Fernandez and an auxiliary left back in Dalot, who could technically play there. Of course, Malacia is going to come back. Of course, Luke Shaw is going to come back. Sam, but I mean, presumably, that's that. I'm presuming you're trolling. Let me see what you're saying down there. Riandra, you're saying decent backup, really, to be honest. More money for Amrabat. Ryan saying, why no Alvaro Fernandez? It's not that Alvaro Fernandez won't play. You might see him in the League Cup games. But for starting every week in the Premier League, he's not even made a Premier League. He's not even made his Premier League debut yet, is he? Don't know. At the end of the day, says Carl, it's only a short-term cover signing. Michael, you're saying, I thought Cucurella was a good option, but I don't think Reguilon's good enough. Look, I'll be honest. I've seen enough of Reguilon to know what his levels are, and they're not particularly impressive, right? I'm just hoping he's going to be a better bloody left back than Telles was. Jeez. I think in a short-term stopgap situation, given that we've got no other choice really between now and January, I think that's, I suppose, as best as we. What could we have done that would have been better than Sergio Reguilon on a short-term loan deal? Cucurella? I think there's look. I could see the argument you could have there, but other than that, I don't know. Steve, you're saying breakfast triple sandwich squares. A square is an underrated crisp, very underrated crisp. So crunchy, so square. They need to make them in like big Cheryl bags. Walkers, if you're watching, which I know you're not, but that'll be, give it to me. Give it to me. Right, Sergio Reguilon. That is going to be done, announced. We got the here we go on that. He's already signed the contract. That's not really anything that we need to worry or talk about. You want the next? Let's go to the main talking point of the day. The main talking point of the day. Warren, there's 13 hours left of the transfer window. Well, there's 11 out. No, 12 hours. 12 hours to 9:22. 13 hours to 10:22. 13 and a half hours. Amrabat. Now, if you look at the board here, I've got that down now. I've got Amrabat as an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 cats. No cats, just 8 out of 10. What would you say? What's your confidence? Type it in the comments out of 10. I ran through everything and I'm really glad I did, right? Because I've got about 455 tabs open here, and I'm only brushing over the Amrabat story. If you want to know exactly what happened yesterday, check out the live stream that went last night, because it's all covered in the first 10 minutes. But this is where we are, right? Fulham, their name was floated around, €30 million bid for Amrabat, and I was worried at that point because we can't offer that. We have to go loan with an obligation, which technically might be the same thing over a longer period of time. But if Fiorentina wanted that money up front, then they could take it. However, Amrabat, he's pushing everybody away. Fulham, Forest, West Ham, Al Ali in Saudi Arabia. He wants to join Manchester United. And maybe United now going for Reguilon instead of Cucurella, because we were kind of forced to, might actually end up helping us. Might actually end up giving us the money that we do need to push this over the line. Because we are Manchester United. We are one of the 3 biggest clubs in the world, and I will state that again and again and again. One of the 3 biggest clubs in the world, and we're signing 2 players on loan on deadline day. One an emergency cover for left back, and that's kind of a different situation. But for us to be signing, it's kind of like scraping around to find the money. We don't even have enough, as much money as Fulham do at this moment in time to go and sign a player. It's bad. It's really bad. And it's why we need new owners. We need everything restructured at this club. I think a big thing towards FFP for United this summer is the fact that we owe so much in transfers. Unpaid transfer fees, United owe in excess of 300 million. You know how insane that is? I don't know what that is compared to other clubs, but I know it's highest. I know it's the highest in the Premier League. I just don't know how high. But Amrabat. I've got it as an 8 out of 10. Let me see what you're saying in the comments, right? Danny, you're going straight 100%. Oh, you're feeling confident. Kelvin, you're saying 6 out of 10. Carl, you're saying 4 out of 10. Bully, you're saying 100%. Jake, you're saying 7. Kasana, you're saying 10 out of 10. I'm not sure I can give it a 10. I would love to give it a 10. Trust me, I would love to give it a 10. There's no way I'm giving it a 10. Not just yet. I can't have that much confidence in Manchester United. Let me see what else is being said here. See if there's any more news. Nottingham Forest signing goalkeeper. That's not an issue. Gini Wijnaldum to Al Ettifaq. Who cares about you? Not me. Right. If I can say here quickly, ladies and gents, thank you everybody who made yesterday such a special day on the Discord, right? It really was absolutely awesome to see all the faces come across. Yesterday, Over 1,000 of you came from Telegram, came from here, came from everywhere to join the Discord community. It's awesome to see it buzzing and just full of conversation. So many different channels in there, so many conversations. Please make sure you join. I'll give you the link. I think I just did it as a comment. I can't remember whether I did, so I'm going to do it again. It's free to join. Click that link. Come and join the best Discord community in the world for United fans. But this is an interesting talking point next, right? So Amrabat is the midfield signing I think we're all quite confident, pretty confident of completing today. Maybe there could be another one. This one I'm less confident about, right? I'll explain this. Scott McTominay, right? We know that Scott McTominay is, as far as Erik ten Hag is concerned, he's a fringe player. I'm not saying he's surplus to requirements because I think he could be a decent squad player for United this year, but I think Erik ten Hag has made it abundantly clear that he's not part of his first team plans and that if the right bid came in, that he could be sold. Now, that 30 million bid came in from West Ham and we rejected it because we feel he's worth more money. Standard negotiations, right? West Ham never came back in. Now, we're hearing this. This started yesterday with Dharmesh Sheth from Sky Sports suggesting that Fulham are interested in signing Scott McTominay. Now, I don't have major belief in Manchester United's ability. I've got like 8 out of 10 I put on the board, so I've got a decent belief. But we've got to get the Amrabat deal over the line, let alone the concept of us selling McTominay and replacing McTominay in the space of 24 hours. But it's not just Dharmesh Sheth saying it. This is James Ducker from the Telegraph as well. Fulham are interested in signing Scott McTominay. Type yes or no in the comments. In fact, I might do this one as a poll, right? I think this one is definitely going to be the poll. Oh, geez, that's a bit too loud. I'm going to type this one down as the question. Do you think United sell and replace McTominay? Do you think United sell and replace McTominay? Day. Right. Yes or no? I'm going to leave that down as the poll for this one. I apologize for everyone on Facebook. I always tell you that. Is that the next one there? I personally would be surprised because I think there's such little time left. But of course, this is all part of dominoes of transfers. This is Bayern Munich signing Palhinha from Fulham. Fulham then looking around for replacements. And I think, is it here? Is that the one there? Yeah. They've identified 2 possible replacements for Palhinha. They've identified Højbjerg, who of course we were linked with, and Scott McTominay. I personally would be surprised just because of, I mean, who would you even go for? Look, we've surprised. This sort of like came out of nowhere yesterday. Fabrizio Romano confirming that Man United had approached Monaco to try and sign Youssouf Fofana on loan. And I tell you what, if you're looking at profiles, if you're looking at players, if you're looking at the physicality that we're missing in midfield, you are looking at a player like Youssouf Fofana. It really would. In a dream world, you'd be selling Scott McTominay and bringing him in. There you go, 30, 40 million done, dusted. Jobs are good. And then that would be a player that adds something so much more athleticism, so much more power and physicality into the midfield, which we don't have. However, we approached with a loan offer, sold it into Milan, and Monaco flipped the bird at both of us and said, no, absolutely no chance. But Scott McTominay, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to read a few of your comments. Greg, you're saying they're definitely going to do it. Don't think I can definitely do it. Efos, you're saying if they can replace him in a short time, then because there's work going on. Let me see what you're saying. Well, there's a surprise. I'll be honest, that is a surprise. 40% of you think that United will sell and replace McTominay today. 40% of you. Jeez. I did not think that was going to be 40%. Someone's down there saying, play Dangor, stop wasting money. Dude, Dangor is tiny. I know that Dangor is a tenacious midfielder. We're talking about adding physicality and size into this midfield, which is a big thing that is missing. And you're saying bring Dangor through. Dangor is not a Scott McTominay replacement. I don't know where I'd actually position him inside the squad. Kind of battling with Hannibal for that position, I suppose. Pretzel, how you doing, man? Don't get me wrong. I love being a new member, but I had no idea I'd signed up. I think somebody gifted you a membership, my friend. Of course, it is the most amazing community in the world. So there's gifted memberships flying around all over, all the time. Now, Satha is a really good comment down there. And maybe this would be the case. Because we know full well that after we signed Amrabat, if we signed Amrabat, right? Two answers here. I want you to tell me one. If we sign Amrabat, which position are you more concerned about across the course of this season for United? Are you still more concerned about the midfield, or would you be more concerned about centre-back and the defence? Which would you say, if we'd signed Amrabat, which would you say is the biggest weakness inside this squad? Kieran, you're saying backup striker. That wasn't one of the options. I'm just speaking because I don't think we're going to go and spend 30 million on a striker. I think if you were to look at that, you would probably look at saying that we might spend that on a midfielder or a centre back. Quite a few of you are saying centre forward is a concern. Hey, look, man, it's almost like we've got a 70 million euro signing that's about to come through. And fingers crossed that we have no idea what to expect. And that's the beauty of signing young players at the start of their career. It's that unknown entity. You have no idea what their ceiling is. You have no idea how good they could be. Of course, at the same time, you have no idea how long it's going to take them to adapt and settle. So there's risks either, but it's a risk reward system. And if you get rewarded and you get it right and you nail it, like Brighton have with so many players, you get rewarded big time. I'm just hoping that Højlund can settle quicker than any of us could possibly imagine. Let me see what you're saying. Shays Beret, still my favorite username. You're saying centre-back for sure. Gabriel, you're saying centre-back. Santali, you're saying centre-back. So Sarab. Bully, you're saying up front, 100%. More concerned about attack. No, quite a few of you are saying strikers. I'll be honest, I didn't mention that because I'm going to speak about an attacker later. But I don't know. For me, it seems unlikely. Let me look at the poll one more time. 750 votes. Look at that, man. Anthony, you just gifted 5 memberships as well. What a don. 57% of you are saying no, and 43% of you are saying yes. I'm surprised 43% of you are saying yes, honestly, because I don't think there's any chance, really, of United doing it. Well, how much chance did I give it for McTominay? I gave it a 3 out of 10. That's how much chance. John O'Connell say, what about Sangare? Ibrahim Sangare from PSV as a midfielder? If I'm correct, they've just turned down around about 36 million euro bid. So, yeah, good luck going to get him. That's all I'm saying. We get outpriced for him. We were linked with him a couple of years ago, weren't we? I remember speaking with Rick Elfrink, somebody who's staying at the club, and I think this. Why it pleases me. I'm sure you're going to be happy about it as well. Pellistri, confirmation yesterday that Pellistri is staying after talks with Ten Hag. Ten Hag wants to keep him, and this right now, at this point, it's if Ten Hag doesn't play him, then I think Pellistri should run away. Because if Eric Ten Hag has sat him down after, I think we blocked, is that 2 loan spells we blocked with him before? Or was it 1? 1 or 2? I think there's only 1, maybe. That was only 1. But he still didn't play that much last season, right? Pellistri deserves these opportunities this season. Anthony's a little bit off form, not playing his best. Pellistri constantly impresses. Constantly, his cameos are good. I'm not sure he's had a bad cameo in the United shirt. And if Ten Hag has sat him down and blocked moves to Sheffield United and Twente, a Premier League move and an Eredivisie move, then he's got to play him. He's got to give him that opportunity to prove himself. And I'm happy about it, man. I think he's a really, really exciting little winger. I like watching him play. I like how direct he is. And he offers something completely different to anybody else in that right wing. Very different player to Anthony. Very, very different player. Ferocious. Man, you are a chipper dude, aren't you? We are destroying Pellistri's career. Yeah, imagine that. Staying at Manchester United, playing for What a way to ruin your career. Playing for Manchester United. Jeez. But I bet 99% of footballers would like their career to be ruined like that. Sheikh Jassim would be the best signing. I can't even smile or laugh about the takeover anymore. I really can't. Gonna have to be. Oh, what's going over there? Thank you. Gerardo is another one down here. Now, again, there's going to be people getting angry in the comment. Blah, 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 blah. Erik ten Hag has got Wan-Bissaka and he's got Dalot. He's got his 2 first-choice senior right backs and Gerardo's 3rd choice. So opportunities are going to be extremely limited. I'm not, and it feels. It doesn't feel. United have got a policy. Clear. There's been a policy switch this summer. Instead of loaning players out, we are selling players with sell-on clauses. And if you look at what City did this summer, they made, I think they made £19 million in sell-on clauses. Like Lavia, they got 20%. I can't remember who the other one was, but they made an absolute bucket load of money. I think United are looking at this as a different strategy. Instead of loaning players out, certain players, they're just selling players with big sell-on percentages. That's a notable switch in strategy, I think. If Gerardo was to leave, he's definitely a prospect, but he's not going to get the game time at Manchester United anytime soon. And I suppose that's what you think about. Like, if you look at a player and think, you know what, he could come through at Manchester United, then you loan him out, and you hope that a year later he comes back and he's a better player. Or if you don't think that player is going to break through, you go, well, why don't we just sell that player and get a big sell-on clause? And then if he does nail it, we still make money off it. That's clearly been part of in my opinion, the switch of process upstairs for Manchester United. There's a couple of super chats. Let me read this one out. JJ saying, stopgap striker, who would you go for? We're going to be speaking about that very soon. It's coming up a little bit later in the show. And we've got Ashley. Yeah, man. Ashley, you just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, man. Daz, who is calling the shots that's making it different? I'm going to presume it's Erik ten Hag, right? That's what we're hearing. He's in charge of it. Now, as I said, we've been speaking about strikers. Speaking about attackers, won't necessarily be a striker. Charlie McNeil is going to be joining Stevenage for the season on loan, which I think we knew about already. I think I knew about that yesterday. Where was it that he spent time on loan? Was it Accrington? Where was Charlie McNeil on loan last season? Look. Nah, Newport. Swing and a miss. So he was at Newport last year, but he's gone there. Look. Good luck. Greenwood. Greenwood. Apparently, Lazio have been offered the possibility of signing him. And the thing here with Greenwood is that there is a deadline. Of course, there's a deadline. It's called the transfer deadline. If Greenwood doesn't get a move away from Manchester United before the deadline tonight, then a lot of the windows are closed. I think Turkey's window would still be open, but Italy's window would be closed. Obviously, the Bundesliga and everything else. But this is why I've got a surprise forward on the board, right? This is why I've got a surprise forward on the board. And I've explained it a few times. I'll explain one more time if you want. Erik ten Hag clearly had Greenwood in his plans because the club told him that they were planning to bring him back. So he was planning to have him in his squad. That changed. Manchester United changed their opinion, changed their decision. Sorry. Greenwood left. And now Erik ten Hag, I think he wants another attacker. In an ideal world, we're speaking about ideal situations here. I think it's very unlikely. That's why I've got it down. Was it a 3 out of 10? Yeah, I've got a surprise forward as a 3 out of 10. But if there's going to be a surprise signing today, I think it will be somebody on a loan deal as an attacker. Now, I don't know who that would be. I honestly have got absolutely no idea. And I'm not coming here as an in the know. I'm just saying if that's my sort of prediction. So, yeah, Mason Greenwood might go to Lazio. I said it. I think I said it to you before. Tons of clubs in Italy and tons of clubs in Turkey won't care, and they'll just take it. They'll just take anybody. So I'm not surprised at all that Lazio's getting linked with him. And I wasn't surprised at all when there were Turkish clubs getting linked with him. Barry's, who is it mentioned in there? Sharizan. Yeah, so I've heard about this this Dutch striker. It's pretty good. Scored a wicked goal at the World Cup. That's about it. So I'm mentioning Veghorst in the comment. Isn't it weird? Like, what strikers have we signed on deadline day? I think we signed Igalo. I think we signed Falcao. I think we signed Cavani. I think we signed all three of them on deadline day. I'm not 100% confirmed on that, but I think so. And maybe there'll be another one today. Berbatov. Oh, look at that. Berbatov as well. Very, very good one. That was a good one, right? What are we saying down here? United have not denied the possibility. They have organised a private jet scheduled into Manchester Airport this afternoon. Yeah. I find flight checkers quite funny. Flight followers. I don't know. I find it quite funny. Not quite as bad as booing, but it's a bit weird, isn't it? What are we saying down here? Can't wait for the announcement of the backup goalkeeper, says Jonathan. Well, where have you been, my friend? The party has already started for you. Bayindr got confirmed literally as we started the show. Where was that? Let's go back to what I was saying there on Mason Greenwood. Yeah, I think if there's going to be a surprise signing, as I said, I would say that surprise is going to be a lone forward. Sod knows who. Now, what else have I got here lined up at the end of the show? This is the guy, right? This is the guy. I've got it down as 8 out of 10. We had a little conversation there earlier. Majority of you are confident it's going to get done. The latest that we know is that Amrabat still, no matter who's going to come in with interest, he only wants United. United are locked in talks with Fulham. No, with Fulham, with Fiorentina. David Ornstein said it is on track. Everything is pointing in the right direction. Wait and see. At some point today, I'm going to be going live with... Look, I'm going to be here all day long, okay? So if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. And I'm going to cover everything. And hopefully I'll be here with a here we go on this man, on Onana. A little bit of a side story yesterday. I reckon United had so much stuff planned for Garnacho's new number, but I'm pretty sure his brother just put this on Instagram. Which has to make... It makes me laugh, man. It has to make you laugh. Because United will be fuming that they weren't able to get all the interactions on their account for Garnacho getting number 17. You might say, oh, look, I thought that was going to be Højlund's number. Well, that's quite easy then, because there's going to be a certain number 11 that's going to be free very, very soon, which means Højlund's going to be number 11. I imagine we're going to get the official announcement of Garnacho's number and Højlund's number tomorrow. So I think Garnacho 17 taking Fred's number, and maybe the new nanny. That's a good one. I think Ronaldo also wore 17 for Portugal. It's one to think about. And Højlund will get number 11, which I think he currently wears for Denmark. There we go. That is a full summary of absolutely everything that has happened so far today and could be happening today. All the names are on the board, right? In terms of what I see as the most likely or potential deals. The fact that there are so many names on that list. Today should be a day where you just sit back, put your feet up, crack one open, and you just sit and point and laugh at other clubs and then panicking at the end of the window. I used to love doing that under Fergie. Just sit there and just enjoy the chaos of deadline day without my club being involved. Instead, we are front and center. I'm not sure there's anybody that's going to have a busier deadline day than us. A central midfield signing that we desperately need, a left-back cover signing that we really do need, a goalkeeper that's already confirmed, and a couple of exits too. And maybe a Scott McTominay replacement and sale, which I don't really think so. Neil is saying everyone's laughing at us. Ryan is saying clubs are laughing at us. Yeah, they are, and they should. If I wasn't a United fan, I would laugh at United. We hoped that this summer would be different. And I'll be honest, it started different. It did. The way that we got those 3 signings, the way that we had 2 in before the first preseason game, the way that we had all 3 in before the first Premier League game, it was positive. And then a lot's happened since. A lot of bottlenecks, a lot of money that just hasn't been there. All right? That's been the big difference. Has been the lack of sales. That's what's hurt United after those 3 signings. I will be here across the course of the... In fact, I'm going to go down in the comments. Right, society, wrong. It's the same. You're blind. No, I'm not. Oh, but I have just explained it all there. If you really don't want to see any positives, then cool. Honestly, people, I'm a realist. If you want to live like that, cool. But you must be crap at parties because you never look for the positives. You always look for what's wrong. You'll never look at the 95% of what's right. You'll be the boss that looks at the 5% that's wrong first. It is map day. Thank you very much for Jeez, it's been so mad that I forgot it was map day. And I'll tell you what else it is to end the show too. Also got to announce the winner for the iPad because that was announced yesterday. The winner was chosen at random from all entries. Let me pull this bad boy up here. And let me get the iPad winner's name up here. And this will be the last raffle that we do for a little while because there's just so many things going on. Down there. Let's go down here. And we're going to announce the winner. And then we'll go to the map and then I'll answer any questions you've got. K-Animation is saying, am I doing any more lives today? I will be doing more lives today. I'm not going anywhere today. It's going to be an absolute Ramo day. Alex, yeah, I know that we play on Sunday. That video is going to be going in around about an hour. It's going to be my full 11 and all the preview of the Arsenal game. But look, ladies and gents, this is the winner of the iPad. I want to say big congratulations. Chosen completely random from all entries was Nicholas Biles. Congratulations to you, Nicholas. We've already reached out to Nicholas. He's already replied. He is understandably buzzing. And again, he won the iPad for £2. You have got a brand new 2022 iPad model worth over £600 for £2. Big up to you, my friend, and congratulations. Right, and now let's move on to this. Thank you very much, by the way, for letting me know that I forgot about the map. Somebody there saying, Sam, where's your yellow tie? I'm not Jim White. I'm a little bit better than Jim White, surely. It's map day. It's Friday. Let me know where you're watching from, the town and the country, and we can get it added onto the map. And we've seen on Discord that there's 500. I wish I could integrate this directly into Discord. I wonder if you can. I don't think you can. Because it'd be cool to let you all just travel around the map and sort of see all the places that there are pins. But we've had the latest ones. We've had Namibia, we've had Portugal, Malaysia, Germany, UK, Fiji, Malta, Kuwait, India, USA, Norway, Cyprus, Netherlands. My God, all around the world. Absolutely huge. Let's have a look. Daryl on Facebook, you're watching from Cornwall. Come on then, mate. In you go. I haven't been Cornwall in ages. Lovely place. Cornwall. On you go. Cornwall's on the map. Right, let's get a couple more down here. Let's see what everyone around the world. Cliff, you're watching from Beirut in Lebanon. I might go there quite soon. One of my best mates, his wife's from Lebanon, and they keep trying to not make me go out there, but I've always wanted to go out there. I'd love to visit, so I might be going there quite soon. Eddie, you're watching from Castries in St. Lucia. Let's get you on the map, sir. Castries. Can I come to St. Lucia as well, please? We go. Let's get two more on. It is deadline day after all. Where else have we got here? I always try and look for new places. Jack Ray watching from Vienna, Austria. We've definitely got that on the map. We've got there's so many. so many comments. My word. Lagos in Nigeria. We've definitely got you down there. My God. There's so many that, like, I don't know if we've got that on there. Gdynia? California. I spelled that wrong. EDYNIA. In Poland. Welcome aboard. Who was that? Marcin. The comments are absolutely mad. Let's get one more on the map here. Yeah, we've definitely got the Isle of Wight. Look at that. We've got some watching from San Juan in the Philippines. Not sure we got that on there. Oh, no. Oh, look at that. We're going to have to upgrade the map. I swear to God, if these people take this map off because we've upgraded that, I'll do that after the show. We'll have to upgrade the plan because we've maxed out the map. That's perfect, isn't it? On deadline day, we maxed the map. 500 pins, and we can't get any more on. I'll upgrade that after. I'll pay the goods, and we'll get that up. That's hilarious. Awesome. Right, I think there's a super chat there. Let me read this one out before I read. Did you see KSI just posted about Hoyland before the Arsenal game? What's KSI got to do with that? Weird flex. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you do subscribe if you're new to United People's TV. I'm going to be here all day. It's going to be a busy one. I swear. I hope we get that. The Amrabat Here We Go will make today worth it. I wish we weren't panicking around, but we are panicking around. Wow, I wish we weren't panicking. 1,900 of you have voted, and 54% of you are saying no. You don't think McTominay will be sold and replaced, and I agree with that. I'll see you soon. Much love to everybody. I'll tell you what. It wouldn't be a deadline day without getting Barry involved, would it?
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
What a way to end. And look at that, man. That gave just enough time for Gongshi to come in with a goodbye present to everybody. I'll see you soon. Make sure you go to the Discord. I'll be in there all day. And it's going to be a busy one. Much love.